Hello, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location. My people, I am here once more today for us to continue with interaction in matters that relates to Biafra. My people, I am a full-fledged Biafran, and I cannot see myself sensibly talking of any other thing other than Biafra. Biafra is our religion, our nation. We must talk about Biafra, my people. Join me wherever you are watching so that we will talk about Biafra. This is one of the Breji platforms where we get you the authentic information, my people. On this very platform, we do not preach hate. We do not talk about violence because we are not violent people. So, my people, anyone joining here should make their comments respectfully and constructively, and we move, my people. Before I go ahead, I have to thank God Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth, for giving us this wonderful day, my Lord. I thank and glorify your holy name, merciful God, who is doing wonderfully well in leading Biafrans to our goal. Father, Lord, I thank and glorify your holy name. Almighty God, I thank you for protecting all Biafrans wherever we are because we are your children. He say, thank you, my two wonderful people, Henry and Sonny, for joining. Today is another day. As I said yesterday, is not just updates. We have to be doing this every day to remind ourselves that we are going forward, that nothing on this very planet can stop this movement. I know many people who are still sitting in the fence. Some of them are considering the situation during Nigeria-Biafra war. They may tell you, I don't want any more war, because they believe that Biafra is all about war. But we are saying no to that. This time around, our PM said it, that Ojukwu did his own way. Uwazurike did his own way. Likewise, our current leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in this case, we are getting Biafra following the steps in accordance with international law. We don't want any life to be lost. We have suffered enough in the hands of our oppressors. So, my people, go in accordance of international law, or working in accordance with international law, requires a procedure. And one of those procedural processes is getting our referendum voting correctly. And as you all know, the referendum we are doing now started in February and ending this May. That's the first batch. And the second batch is going to be conducted, and we will let you know, we the media teams, once the PM and his cabinet ministers arrive on a date for the second one, we will always let you know, because we are here to fight individually and collectively for the achievement of our goal, which is the restoration of the Republic Government of Biafra. So, my people, let us continue to talk about Biafra. This time around, there's going to be a 3-day sit at home this very month, May the 2024. On the 29th 30th, and 31st. That's why currently people in homeland are voting manually because of those who have no access to smartphone. Even those who have smartphone, they have no data or no light. So when Biafra comes, you people can imagine the government in exile, what they are doing, putting everything in place, in the right places, making no mistakes. When Biafra comes, everybody will be feeling like a newborn baby because Biafra is coming with peace, with unity, inclusion of every and each one of us. Nobody will be left behind. Biafra will come like a thunderbolt with good tidings. So my people, as we are here now, you know, I always our lead voice to start. If anyone wants to make a comment, please feel free. This is an interaction program. It's not a video. So I am streaming live. I always like to stream live. Some of my colleagues, they do video and they post. But I feel happy being with my people every day. I feel so happy, honestly. Meeting you people or talking with you people, it gives me a lot of joy. It makes me feel as if I'm in Biafra already. So with streaming live, you have right to join me or call the number that you see on this phone and speak to other Biafrans. I hope we are all good. So my people, I don't like to do video because when you do video, you just do it and post. And you are not talking to anybody. The way you comment, the way you call, the way you join me, they all make me feel happy. And that is what our unity is all about. So let me play the voice of Onyendu. I'm going to play what he said in the court. He's still himself talking in person.
Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what the law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. I have it in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You can, not with me. I believe in justice and fairness, that's all.
Nigeria signed to extradite, not to rendition.
This studio is going on recession, on break.
I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what the law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F, Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what he says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. I don't have it in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 2, because what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. It doesn't matter what they do. All this shenanigans is just pure rubbish.
Hello, Mary, my sister. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You know, I always like to use Onyendu's voice to start my program. And this one that he is here in person in the court, I love to repeat it. I'm not analyzing it, but just for us to hear his voice and see him again. You know, we love Onyendu. Thank you for joining.
Never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all. Nigeria signed to survive, not to rendition.
Yes, my people, our Onyendu, he knows the law. He believes in justice and fairness. Onyendu, as our leader currently, he was asking for our freedom and liberty. Onyendu was not asking for war. And I believe that if Nigeria government has granted him or obliged him that demand, we wouldn't have gotten to this level. But unfortunately, Nigeria government, that is not, they don't want peace. What they want, because why I said that Nigeria government don't want peace, you see all these killings going on. When you go to internet and you see it, you begin to imagine, how come this sort of goring videos come on the internet, even when YouTube, Facebook, and all of them ban them? You know why they do that? Because they all have phones, all these terrorists. They do that because they want to put fear into our people so that we will run and leave our land for them. Very violent, very demonic people. That's what. Why do you want to leave Nigeria? Is Nigeria good for anybody? Nigeria is not good for anyone. Other nations or other states in Nigeria that is not Southeast, tell me what they are doing every day on daily basis. They buy their people in thousands and they will be crying, we want government to come and help us. Whereas the government, if you check all the people in the government, you will see that they are the ones sponsoring the terrorists. Because when you see those terrorists and the type of ammunition they carry, you look at them, look at the machine guns they carry, you know that they cannot afford such equipment. They don't even look like human beings. They don't wear good clothes because they have no money to dress themselves up, let alone paying for such equipment that they carry. Then you will think about 9 million that Gumi said. Hello, my sister Diane. Wonderful sister. Thank you for joining. As I said when I started, my comrades, some of them, not all, some do video and post. I like streaming live because when I'm with you people, I feel so much at home. I feel I'm talking with my people. Honestly, that's how I feel. So I thank you all for joining me. Whenever you write something, it makes me feel I am talking with people, because we are people of good hope. We are people of good mind. We are wonderfully made by God. And what we are talking about is a common language of the whole world: liberty, justice, freedom. Even little kids knows about their freedom and their liberty, let alone adults. So the word we preach here is for our freedom. So I was just talking about what Onyendu said. Onyendu said that he believes in justice and equity because he was asking for referendum. Nigeria government removed from the constitution. That was not, if you spell referendum and spell war, they are two different things. Anyone asking for referendum is not asking for war. But because the Fulanis are warlike people, they always cause war. It's not just the southeast. All over Nigeria, all over, including Oduduwa Nation, Biafra Nation, and Middle Belt. They are everywhere. So anyone trying to single Southeast out, oh, you people are causing what is happening in your place, the person is lying to themselves. The person is not honest. What is happening in the Southeast is like what is happening all over the country by the terrorists. So last time Gumi said that they have 9 million, he calls them bandits, but those are the terrorists. Gumi was the one who told Buhari government that he does not want anybody to refer to them as terrorists. And that is the way it is. But if you go to the terrorist index all over the world, Nigeria is number 2. Nigeria is number 2. So who are those causing the terrorist act? The Fulanis. They will buy somebody, they will take the picture, post it on the internet. Because some people might be asking, how come all these buying of people and dead bodies on the internet? How come? They are the ones doing it because they want to instill fear into you. And you will ask some of these our governors causing mayhem all over the state. If these people if they succeed in making the whole nation to be an Islamic state, the men will not lose as much as the women, because we are predominantly Christians in the South, both Southwest and Southeast. We are all Christians. They forcefully made the people of Kwara State to become an Islamic state. All the Yorubas I know are Christians. They are forcing their way through. That's why they are buying the people of Benue, because they believe that Benue is the blockade they have. Yes, my sister, this is why I always do streaming, because your comments keeps me going. My sister Mary said, you are correct, my sister. They want to put fear inside people to fear the Fulani and run out to other towns and outside the Nigeria, leaving the land for Fulani, to bring in Fulani wives to take over. Never. BMO, thank you for joining. Ndewo Eziada Biafra Betty, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for joining. So my brother, I come out every day, no matter what I have to give as information or update. These days, I don't wait for any updates. I want to be talking to our people. I want to be talking to us on daily basis. so that we don't forget. What we are fighting is what the Igbo people call Ogwejiofo. We are in our land. You can never see that the Christians in the southeast are fighting the Fulanis, who are predominantly Muslims in the north. It is always them coming down to fight us. You can never see that we formed army and take them to the north to fight them. No, it is always them coming down to fight us. And some people will say, na Igbo they kill Igbo. Says who? Na Igbo they kill Benue. Na Igbo they kill Kaduna. Na Igbo they kill Zamfara. They kill Medugri. Na Igbo they kill even in Kogi State. In Edo State. In Ogun State. In Oyo State. Na Igbo they kill. Now the same terrorists. Gumi said that they are 9 million. Do you know the bushes all over the country where 9 million terrorists are? With those wretched looking appearance of them, carrying AK-47 that is almost a cost of five to 600 US dollars. Do they have money to buy such equipment, but they cannot clothe themselves? It is the government sponsoring them. So the best bet and our only choice is to fight for our freedom and live. They planned all this. They premeditated all this. Otegondi aja plan ifefa na emekita. They started from 1950 something. Before the independence came, they've already started killing because it is in their nature. They are warriors. That's why Saudi Arabia drove them away and they found themselves in North Africa, Sahel to be precise. So our children and some of us who are still living, we should be talking sense into our children because they don't teach them history anymore. A very young man was talking to me yesterday on WhatsApp call. He said to me, oh, auntie, do you know we are not taught in school about Fulanis and Osman Danfodio? And I told him, I started tutoring him over the phone. And he was telling me that after his graduation, he could not get a job and he has to do the work and crossing the ocean, the channel, to go, that he is now in Libya, suffering. He said, auntie, I'm suffering in Libya. That is a country for you. They want us to scatter, as my sister Mary said, and leave Nigeria for them so that they will go and bring their wives. Before you know it, they will have like, each person will have 7 to 8 children. Before you know it, they will cover everywhere. Our land will be in their hands. So this land grabbing, it is still ongoing. And the worst aspect is that they are using our governors. That's why I said that these governors, if these people come to Islamize us, they will not have anything to lose because we, the women, we will be compelled to start wrapping ourselves like a parcel. That is not our orientation. So I don't know whether these governors, they think about it. I don't know whether they have such thoughts in their mind. You know, we all have to keep talking about this so that our children will be educated. You know, so now let me play you people this voice of our PM, what he said here about what is going on now in Enugu, and I will show you people one video. Hello, my sister from another mother, Stella Ibiam. Thank you for joining. She said, my swagalicious sister, wow, from another mother. You are all making sense. Thank you so much. Thank you. How is US today? Thank you for joining. And my young man, how is he? Thank you. They are the future president of Biafra.
And of course, Biafra remain the only nation that have risen up, taken it upon themselves, pick up arms to defend themselves, our women and children against the invasion of the Islamic State, against terrorist state, against a country that has been sponsoring terrorism. And of course, so anybody listening to Biafra National Anthem and you are yet to support and confirm being patriotism to the wording of that national anthem, it means you are deceiving yourself. Because it says, we must defend our land or we perish. And today, if you are not part of this government that is now defending our land, so we will not perish, you are lying and deceiving yourself. And I don't need to go into long stories. Every one of you know that whatever we do is on social media because we are living in a global village. And because the struggle and the liberation of Biafra is not a secret society. It is not something that is secret. Everything we are doing is open because we are aspiring and fighting to restore a nation. We are not fighting to become a group, political pressure group, or any secret society. Because what we are fighting for is to become a nation, to have our independent country. And in regards to that, in respect to that, you must do everything open because the world is watching. So our doing is to make sure that the world come to term and understanding that Nigeria has failed. And of course, those who have vested interest in the West Africa, in Sahel region, Nigeria, and other part of West Africa should understand that for their business interests to be secured, there is a need for Biafra to emerge. Without Biafra, there will never be any business that will be secured. There will never be peace in the entire Sahel region. And sorry, because
Wow.
you're coming out good. Add to that, in respect to that, you must do everything open because the world is watching.
Hello. Chinenye, my sister Ndewo Jisike Nwannem. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So our doing is to make sure that the world come to term and understanding that Nigeria has failed. And of course, those who have vested interest in the West Africa, in Sahel region, Nigeria, and other part of West Africa should understand that for their business interests to be secured, there is a need for Biafra to emerge. Without Biafra, there will never be any business that will be secured. There will never be peace in the earth.
Yes, my sister Diane. Did any Nigeria politician have their families in Nigeria? That's why they don't care about the terrorists that's ravaging the country. Absolutely. Absolutely. And my sister Mary said, and not only the women will be forced to be second, third, or fourth wives to have the Fulani men and everybody forced to be Islam. just as they did to me, the Hausas. Yes, Teacher Charles, you are welcome. My people, you know, I don't know, certain things cannot be said publicly, but I have to use sense to say this. There was a time, anyway, let me not go there. You know, there are women, when they come over here in the UK, they don't want to go back. They will never go back. They won't. One of them, her husband, in fact, well, it's not a bad thing. It's a very simple something. The husband came where I was doing my training and said that his wife divorced him. He brought all his documents and my boss gave them to me to look at. I took him to our conference room and I was looking at it. The woman wants to divorce her husband, and her husband's supposed to acknowledge receipt and send it back to court. He either say yes to the divorce or he say no. He said that he doesn't want to say yes, that he doesn't want to give her divorce, that he wants to take her back to their country. Then you have to acknowledge the woman's letter, writing her, telling her, you now represent this man. With the phone number of the office, the woman called. She said, can I speak to Betty? And the receptionist gave me the phone. When I took the phone, the woman said to me, are you the one representing this man? I don't want to mention their names. I said, yes. He came to my boss and my boss gave me this. She said, let me tell you, don't waste your time because I will never go back to that country. She said, I've lived in this country for 3 years now, and I like everything I see here. She said to me, I don't wear the hijab anymore, and I don't want to go back to that country. Tell your client that he can never see me. Though the man somehow traced the child's school and know where the child goes to school. But she already told the people not to allow her husband to take the child without their consent. And they have to employ Hague Convention laws. So with Hague Convention, any border where you are taking the child to, you will be apprehended without the consent of the whole family. So the woman says she's not going back and that she's not, whether he signed the divorce or not, she's done with the marriage. So what my sister said here is very correct. Very, very correct. The women have no right whatsoever. No right at all. So this is what our governors are pushing us into. Let's just talk sense now. These governors, I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know where their mentality, what they think about. Even if their wives and children are at home, will they now come back? When they come back, that's what they will meet. But I thank God for our Prime Minister and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. These are the people holding us now. Otherwise, these people would have invaded our home, because Southeast is just one place that they can't wait to have control over. But God will not allow that to happen. My sister Mary said, Fulani educated ones, yes, are pushing to continue to be on higher positions and using the Yoruba to hold other tribes in Nigeria to preach unity of Nigeria. My dear, if that is where you are still thinking, come up. That is that one is for the, I don't know, for kids. This one is for kids, not for adults like us, not for somebody like Simon Ekpa. No, no, no. We have crossed that Rubicon. Who are they deceiving? Everybody in Nigeria now, they all know. It's not every Yoruba. You know this Shongolu, even Tinubu. Some of them, you can question their origin. Even the Enugu state governor, some people are questioning his origin. Even Hope Uzodinma. It's not the sensible Yorubas are talking like human being. I will play you the voice of Shoyinka here so that you will hear what he's saying. Or even Professor Yebanji. These are the real Yorubas we know. Not all this cut and nail, we don't know, which we don't know where their origin emanates from. No, no, no. We have crossed that. Deceive who? No, no, no. We have gone past that deceit. Nobody can preach unity for us. Not anymore. They have lost it. The Fulanis have shot themselves on the foot when they started buying people indiscriminately, randomly, everywhere. They have really shown everybody in that country the stuff they are made of. Unfortunately for them, I will be showing the videos one after the other so that you will see the way people now think. No, no, no. They deceive who and preach unity to who? My sister, Biafra is just matter of months now. With the kind of man we have now, no, no, no. Unity to who? Who are they preaching unity to? No, my sister. We are not within that level anymore. We've gone past it. We've gone past it. In fact, since Onyendu took over from Wazurike, that's the time, year 2013. That's when we left that level. Preach unity to who? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not there during the war. Our prime minister was just born in 1985. These are young people. No, no, no. The people they are preaching to are those criminals like them in Igbo land who wants to be corrupt or who are already corrupt and they want money. You can imagine when people steal your oil, they sell it and give you money and you will take. Hello, Chibuike, my brother, thank you. Good morning. It's morning in your end and evening here. Thank you, my brother. God is wonderful. He is a wonderful God. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a good night's sleep. We are on our Biafra. It's coming this year. This year, we've crossed the Rubicon. Nobody can preach unity. What nonsensical unity is that? Who are they preaching unity to? What of those children that are already in grave? Are you going to preach unity to their mom to bring their children back? No, my sister, we can't. We will not. They say that you cannot see God without going through Christ. And we are the only ones talking about him. And he will not disappoint us. He will not. I don't know where all these things, where it came from. Look, if we go through biblical ways now, Moses that went on Mount Sinai to receive 10 commandments from God is older than anybody else, older than even our Lord Jesus Christ, older than Muhammad. Yes. And in that 10 commandments, God said thou shalt not kill. He did not give any condition. Hello, Iko to onye nwanne m. No. Thank you for joining. So Mary said again, why I said so in a program, a Yoruba man talk about unity of Nigeria, but I believe Sunday Igboho. Yeah. Forget about them. Nigerians are fed up. Biafrans are fed up. Oduduwas are fed up. Even Arewa people are fed up. Everybody is fed up. Do you know what it means? People who kill young, old, even the ones in the womb. So, everybody is fed up. Biafra never asked Oduduwa to call for their nation. No. They started calling for their nation because what they saw is not what they believe. Any Yoruba person talking about Nigeria is not a sensible person. Go and listen to Professor Yebanji and listen to Sunday Igboho. Then you will know that they are speaking the same language with Biafrans. This is it. They cannot preach any. What sort of nonsensical unity is that? You want to unite with somebody and you are buying them on daily basis.
Entire Sahel region. And sorry because in order to attack us, so we are going to always provide adequate machine to meet those equipments that are coming to burn our villages and kill our people. And that's exactly what the Biafra government in exile is doing. Providing this machine, providing this sophisticated weapon to make sure we protect our women and children so they will not be killed like before. So it is to live up to expectation and uphold the wording of the Biafra national anthem, which says we must defend our land or we perish. And you can see today that those who did not defend their land are perishing. They are being annihilated by the Nigeria state.
Yes.
And that must not happen in our land.
Yes.
In Enugu state, for the past few days, we've seen and listened to news how the Peter Mba sent the military to go and burn the villages. And after burning the villages, we've also gotten a report, unverified report, that he have sent also bulldozers to go and bulldoze those villages after burning them. And I want to use this opportunity today to send a message to Peter Mba. I have also directed the people in that area to get videos of Peter Mba demolishing those villages and the houses that the military, the Nigeria terrorist army have burnt, because it is going to be part of the evidence we're going to present in due time. So if you are in Uzowane, where these things is taking place, please, we need video of the excavators, demolishing the houses, demolishing the burnt houses. We need them. And I want to use the opportunity to also send a message to Peter Mba that he has declared war in Enugu. And we are not going to fold our hands and watch him send our people to IDP camp. We are not going to watch and just sit back and watch him.
Yes, my sister Stella Ibiam, she said, Biafrans are going home and no tribe can defeat Biafrans in anything. Hope all meaningful Biafrans listen to our PM. Yes, they are listening.
Destroy the properties and houses of our people and send them to IDP camp without consequences. So consequences is coming to Enugu. And believe me, before God and man, the government will pay dearly for killing and burning the houses and the villages in Enugu, in Ozwani, and at the same time, demolishing it and trying to take over that land. They have opened a new front in Enugu. And nobody should blame the government for for the action that we follow going forward. You know, when we say our own thing, it takes time before the action starts happening. But whether it is going to happen, it is going to happen. That particular directive have been given. So people in Enugu should be very security conscious and make sure you do not stay close to the terrorist checking point and barracks. That's how we have been warning since last year. We will continue to give this warning, because we are not like the state of Israel that give you the warning tomorrow and they carry the action next tomorrow. So our own is because we are still an imaginary nation. We are still an imaginary nation managing our resources. So we'll give warning and warning and warning, even up to 8 months. But when it starts happening, there is no going back. So Enugu have opened a new front, and we don't talk too much. Our own is action speak for itself. So Enugu will never sleep. The terrorists in Enugu will never sleep, and it's going to start happening very soon. That is my message to Peter Mba. Unless there is a public disclaimer that the properties that they have burnt will be rebuilt, and then also that we do not see any bulldozer bulldozing the people's property in those villages. Those innocent people, helpless women and children.
Yeah, my sister Diane, any Yoruba you see speaking about Nigeria unity for now must be a politician or a politician and person. Please let us focus on freedom. Yes, Professor Yebanji is talking about freedom. I will play what he said here because of this issue now. Yeah, I will play what Professor Yebanji said, and even what Wole Soyinka said. My sister said, Biafrans believe our PM, and he means to restore United States of Biafra, 2nd of December 2024. That's it, my sisters. That's it, my people. That is it. That is all.
Receive a message, clear message, that nobody is touching that land. Nobody is giving the land of Biafrans to any Fulani. Then we will hold our peace. Apart from that, believe me, Enugu State will witness war in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. And of course, this is going to be a lesson and a message to the Caliphate who may be planning to invade other parts of Biafra land. So everyone in diaspora is needed. Your support is needed to make sure we are not annihilated. We're not going to be annihilated from the surface of the earth. We will defend our land just like the Israel did. They have done it in the past, they are doing it presently, and they will still do it in the future. This is exactly how they want to annihilate us, and we must live up to expectation. And God positioned all of you in different parts of the world to make sure that at this particular point in time, you are waking up, raise up, and live up to expectation, supporting the defense and the liberation of your own people and your freedom. That is why God sent you to where you are today. The same thing God did to the Israelites, scatter them all over the world, for them to go and do exploitation, and they do exploit. They supported their own freedom, and today they are one of the most powerful countries in the world. That is the same reason God sent you, all of you, different parts of the world, as a Biafran, to go and learn and bring back your experience, your expertise to support the Biafra liberation. And many of you are today in the government in exile. Many of you are today serving government in your different capacity in liaison offices across the world. So people in Israel, it is time for you to wake up. Those of you who have not joined this particular liberation today, you know this is the only hope you have. And those who have joined the IPOB in the past, and because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, and for that reason, you will fall back and say, okay, let us wait for Mazi Nnamdi. You are the most idiotic person on this planet. It means that you want all your suffering, all the contribution you have made in the past to go in vain. If you are not part of this struggle, believe me, everything I've done in the past have gone, with the thin air, because we are going to treat you just the same way we are going to treat those who never contributed $1 to this particular struggle, because we don't know you. So this is the movement that is restoring Biafra, and the earlier you queue and become, part of the liberation, the better for you. So I urge all of you today, not just people in Israel, but Biafrans all over the world, to wake up to know Nigeria has collapsed, and we must safeguard our people. We must defend our land to make sure We don't give any inch and cede any inch of Biafra territory to anybody. Thank you, and may God bless you. And thank you all for inviting me to Israel today. I'm here. I'm still in a journey, and I will be back soon. Thank you.
So, my people, you know, our PM is such a wonderful man. He gives a very wonderful speech. Yes, he gives a very wonderful speech. I don't joke with his speeches because he does as he says, and he says the things that he does. Ndị Igbo na-akpụ ya ekwu eme. That's what our PM said. And you know, whenever our PM says something, it goes a long way, because Biafra is now Biafra government in exile. It is powerful. It is life. Every government in exile is like a government in the home, in anywhere. The world recognizes government in exile, very active. Now, because of this thing that our PM said, listen to Biafra Unite to hear that they are now in the House of Assembly talking about this very matter. Let me play his voice, because we all get information differently.
Let us see it from another angle. Already, once the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile has tweeted it, I don't think you need any other confirmation. Once he has said it, that is how. Just a moment.
Yes, Freeman said a lot of things. Yes.
There is one man. There is one man that usually say, Anibo na bagalagala. That man, Anibo na bagalagala. This time around, it's no longer Anibo na bagalagala, but the zoo na bagalagala.
Yes.
The zoo na bagalagala. Remember yesterday, I told you yesterday when I was exposing Bintan Nyako. That very broadcast yesterday was top notch. One in town. That broadcast yesterday was one in town. And it has not, the zoo is finding it very, very difficult to digest it up till now. I've gotten a lot of reports already. You want to try people who are highly educated, well-mannered, reserved, brainy. How dare you try a people who are highly, who are sophisticated in terms of, do I have to minimize it or to a certain level, who are sophisticated, who are highly sophisticated in all ramifications. In all ramifications, in every facet of life, people who are highly sophisticated in every single thing you may think of, as far as life is concerned, you want to try them.
Oh.
You want to come and do gara for them. We are using every single thing within our reach to deal with the Zoological Republic.
Yes.
I'm telling you. And there is nothing they can do about it. Please, what I'm doing is preamble. If you haven't liked and shared the video, or should I say the broadcast, I don't know what you are waiting for.
Yes, share and like.
If you have not liked and shared the broadcast, I do not know what you are waiting for. Please kindly do so. Kindly do so. It is very, very important.
Share and like. Subscribe if you haven't.
Just hold on. I am searching for a particular thing that I want to bring to the screen. If you haven't liked and shared the broadcast, kindly do so. It is very, very important, please. Very, very important. Just a moment.
Yes, my people. You know, zoo, they don't know what is coming to them. They are expecting us that we are going to fight them war. They are warlike people, but we are not going to go that route. We are not fighters. We are using international law, and they cannot stop that.
First of all, let me show you what has happened already in the, I don't know, most times they call it...
Thank you, Freeman.
Coastal region, as the zoo called it. They called it coastal region. Let me show you what has happened in the coastal region, just to show you some progresses we have made, and then we move from there. Like so that is it. Please, I'm just looking at the comment section. I need reports. I need confirmation from the comment section about this Ogige market, because to be honest, I don't know where it is.
Ogige market is in
minutes ago. This report and the video clips that I just played were sent to me just a couple of hours ago. I do not know where that Ogige market is. If you know that Ogige market, please let me know. Somebody said Nsoka. I can see Nsoka everywhere. I can see Nsoka. I can see Nsoka. People say Nsoka. Okay. Is in Nsoka. Okay. Fine. That means the report is correct, because I don't really know where that market is. So, our women, our mothers, were protesting in Enugu State today because somebody in the name of Pitamba, who is serving the interest of the Fulani in the old Enugu State, has ordered the demolition of that Ogige market.
Can you imagine?
In Nsoka axis of the old Enugu State in Biafra land. So, I want to use this medium. Somebody said Obete market. Obete is not, I'm not talking about Obete. Ogige market, they call it Ogige market. Although a lot of people have confirmed that it's located in Nsoka. So that means it's correct. Now,
so my people, all these things we are going round and round is just to connect to what our Prime Minister have just said about Enugu State, that he needs evidence of demolition of those houses they burnt. I will show you another video I found under his platform today relating to that burning of houses, but they are yet to be demolished by the Enugu State governor. What is he doing it for, my people? You will not believe it. He wants to demolish people's houses to give it to the Fulanis. There is no government state buildings for citizens of Enugu. You want to render people homeless because of the Fulanis. You want to burn people's houses. You want to demolish it so that you give the Fulanis. Can you imagine that? I don't know what is wrong with these governors. I don't know what they think about. But our Prime Minister, you have all heard him.
Pitamba, Pitamba, I want you to understand that the Biafra land, in the land of Biafra, there is no any inch, no.
My people, this is why they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not tolerate something like that. But our PM is not going to keep quiet either.
No particular, no place at all in Biafra, no place in Biafra will be ceded to the zoology.
Nwanne m nwoke, ị na-ajụnụ m ka m jụta onye Freeman. Amakwa m onye m ga-ajụ o. I don't know why he's doing that. He's doing it for the governorship that the Fulanis gave him, because he's not the one that won the election. That's why the Fulanis, they live in corruption. They support corruption, bribery. They are so condescending. They are always picking those who have failed the election, like they picked in Imo. They will pick anyone that failed the election and make the person promise that they can even demolish their mother's house and give it to the Fulanis, just to bring them to start living in our midst and for them to take Biafra land. That's all. That's what he's doing it for. He did not win the election and they gave it to him. And this thing he's doing now is the promise he made them. But how can you be demolishing people's house instead of going to give them these bushes? Because when our people went to Alaba, Alaba was a bush, a swamp. They have to go and sanfill Alaba, and inside Ota, the bushes, they are demolishing it, and they clear the bushes and they started building. That's what Mba would have even done. But I will not give a Fulani any land, whether bush or a cleared place. I will not do it for any Fulani if I'm a governor tomorrow. I will not. And if you go for election and lose, you go and sit down. But no, they will all come to make the Fulanis use them.
Equal Republic or Fulani Caliphate. Couple of weeks ago or days, let me search for it just right now before we proceed. Couple of days ago, we had a report that Enugu State Assembly, when I say Enugu State, I'm talking about old Enugu. Just a couple of days ago, we had the report that Enugu State Assembly has passed this, I don't know how many readings for the purported grazing, is it grazing route or grazing bill? Grazing bill. Let me look for it before I continue. Just a second.
Yes, my people.
Let me look for that news.
This grazing bill, that is the one they call Ruga. But because they know that that name Ruga is causing trouble, they call it grazing bill. Yes, my sister Stella. She said, we enter Biafra land with thanksgiving in our mouth. We will say this is the day that the Lord has done. We will rejoice and be glad. Yes, my sister. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is it. Odinamwa is really giving us the latest information here.
Just a moment.
So, my people,
I want to send a very serious warning to Peter Mba and his cohorts. Those who are collaborating with Peter Mba to commit evil in Enugu State against our own people. I am here this moment to send a very strong warning to them, because we cannot anyway do anything called open grazing or whatever you may call it in any part of Biafra. The Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra resistance fighters will do everything humanly possible to get rid of anybody or group of people who are coming to take the land of Biafra and hand it over to Fulani for the so-called grazing route or whatsoever. As I'm talking to you today, the Senate of the Zoo has rejected grazing route. Listen, this is very, very important. I'm telling you. As I'm talking to you today, the Senate of the Zoo, as it is controlled by the Fulani, as the Senate of the Zoo, controlled by the Fulani, has rejected grazing route because somebody brought it to the Senate today in Abuja. No, that was yesterday. They debated it yesterday. A Fulani man brought that nonsense to the Senate. It was debated. After the debate, they rejected it. They said that there will be nothing like grazing route for the Fulani herdsmen. Now, if the Fulani-controlled Senate of the Zoo rejected grazing route for the Fulani, how comes Enugu state government will be the one to grant grazing, whatever they call it, to the Fulani?
this is it.
As I'm talking to you now, so many Igbo-owned houses in Lagos, not only in Lagos, in every part of the Zoological Republic, is under demolition. Everywhere in the zoo. And these houses are not just forcefully taken over or taken away from the indigenous people of the host communities or states. These houses used to be empty lands bought by the Igbo businessmen in those states. They buy the land, they build the houses, they dwell in it, they do their legitimate businesses, pay their taxes. Yet, as I'm talking to you today, because of envy and greediness, they are demolishing houses, mansions, duplexes owned by Igbo businessmen in other parts of the Zoological Republic, not only in Lagos State. And somebody is somewhere who is serving the interest of the Fulani Caliphate, proposing for, I don't know if it's open grazing or ranch. In fact, proposing to carve out a free land for the Fulani. Fulani Marudas, murderers, who come here with AK-47 from northern part of the zoo to massacre innocent Biafrans, and you want us to fold our hands and watch them. We want to get to the root of all this nonsense. We want the people who are fighting tooth and nail to carve out our land and give to Fulani in Enugu State. We want to get them. We want their names. We want their locations. We want their villages. We want their houses, so that the proper Edwakanono will continue in their areas. Like as the Prime Minister said, given what happened in Ozowani the other day, a new front has been opened in Enugu State. But this one that I'm talking now is quite different from what happened in Ozowani. Now they said, Enugu indigenes living in diaspora reject grazing bill. This grazing bill has already been passed before these indigenes of Enugu living in the diaspora rejected it. But this is just in the pages of newspaper. The bill is still in the Enugu State House of Assembly as I'm talking to you right now. They have passed the first one.
My people, are you hearing this? I hope you are all hearing it. What is going on now? It's unfortunate. My sister Chinyere said, Biafrans cannot stay together with terrorist state. We are going to our home, which is Biafra land. No going back with Nigerians at all. That is it, my sister. Very, very correct. Then Favor Ilechukwu said, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Honestly, we do. It's good to use it to sing a very good song. We love you, Simon. We love you. We love Simon. We love Simon. I personally, I love him. The experience we've had so far, the abduction of Onyendu, the attempt to finish him in his house using the army, the same thing Colonel Nwobosi said, that in 1963, Tafawa Balewa and Ahmadu Bello used them, the army, trying to buy. He said that he was 27 years old then. He died last year at the age of 80. And he said it all. They are still using the army. Why is it that we Southerners, we can't learn from these people? Consistency. These people are consistent. So, when somebody that was 80 years old last year was 27 years in 1963, when they started using them, in another 40 years, I don't think that some of us will still be here. Our children will still be going through the same thing. My people, we have to rise up. We have to rise up. We Southerners. I can play you the video of one Hausa boy blaming Tinubu here of not releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I never heard that guy blame Buhari and Malami for not releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is to show you that they don't want us Southerners No matter what we do, these people want to finish all of us and go and bring the whole Fulani all over the world and settle them there. That's what they want. They are not hiding it. How can any Southerner be sabotaging his fellow brothers and sisters for foreigners, foreign Fulanis? You know, they will be using the oil because these people, they know what they are doing. They are using all the oil money to be buying people in Southeast, in Southwest, in everywhere, just to make sure that they get all they want. But this, at this dispensation, their plan is just very so dead on arrival. Onyendu has finished everything. I don't know how long they will hold him for, but God will show them that this Biafra is his own people. But God, I thank God we have a man like Simon. Diana said, the politicians in Biafra land don't know what is coming. That's why they are playing their last card. Very soon they will know the difference between civil man and a forced man after December 2nd. Exactly. Because you are very correct. Our PM is not just a civilian. He's also a soldier. Obasanjo said it. Obasanjo said it, but Nigerians, they don't listen. He told them that this Simon Ekpa era will not be as easy for them as it was with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they didn't listen. They did not listen. Look at what Mba is doing. I think Mba is dreaming. Oh. Mba doesn't, I don't know. The man is dreaming. But like Diane said, they are playing their last card. He just wants to show the Hausas, the Fulanis, not Hausas, the Fulanis. He wants to show the Fulanis that he's doing something. But they will all fail. They will all fail. Because this attack, Mba cannot withstand it. Mba cannot. He wants to start another emo trend in Enugu State. Look at everything that Biafra Unite is saying here. They went to House of Senate in Abuja to say no grazing route in Biafra land. Then Mba is in Enugu passing law in the State House of Assembly for grazing. For who? They are joking.
Now, Enugu indigenes living in the diaspora under the auspices of concerned patriotic Enugu indigenes in the diaspora have rejected the alleged secret passing of a grazing bill by the House of Assembly. It is not secret. It is not secret because that the main news was reported by Daily Post. The main news of the passing of the bill,
yes,
was reported by Daily Post a couple of days ago. It's unfortunate that I was extremely busy as at that time. That's why I didn't report that very news. And if I search my system very well, I believe I will see that very news. Now, they called on Governor Peter Mba and the Speaker to reverse the bill within 72 hours of receiving the letter. If the ultimatum is ignored, they warn that they will be forced to consider all peaceful and legal means to protect the interests of the state and the communities. These may include organized protests, legal actions, and exploring other avenues. This is for the Enugu indigenes living in the diaspora. But us, who are in the struggle, we are not going to take any measures of any whatsoever legal process or whatsoever protest. We are not there. We know exactly what to do. We know exactly what to do. Now, I am looking for the main news. They said the open letter was titled, condemnation of the secretly passed grazing bill and demand for immediate reversal. This is the letter here. This is the letter. This is the letter. It's too many, so I don't have to read it because I have a lot of things to treat this evening. It's too much. It's too long. This is the letter here. So now we know how to treat this matter, and we are, believe you me, we are not going to treat it like Enugu indigenes in the diaspora. So,
hello, NG. How are you? I hope you are doing good. My sister NG said, why is it that this Fulani private farming business is a problem for the whole country? And what about other farmers in other parts of Nigeria? These useless governors know the truth. Yes. Why Fulani's private farming business? You know, all the senators, those are known as executives, the ones that passes the law, they are all the owners of these cattle. When you see the cattle rearers, you see how wretched they are. Even that 500 to 600 naira they sell the cattle, they are not even paid up to that amount. And they walk on foot from north to the east. They will start from there, destroying people's crops, forgetting that our people are predominantly farmers and there's no state benefit in the zoo. No part of the zoo gets state benefit. These farmers train their children in schools, go to hospital, cater for their welfare from that farming. And these senators who own those cattle, who buy all these AK-47 and give the cattle rearers to go and demolish the food planted in the farms so that our people will go hungry. And they will go and tell Governor Shomolu and what's his name? And Wike, who is the town planning in Abuja, to keep demolishing the houses of our people and burn their businesses. That is what they call economic jihad. That is a very deliberate act. They know what they are doing. So that cattle business is owned by the senators and some of the governors. That's why they are not doing anything about this cattle rearing. If you go to India, one day I took my time. I searched for grazing in other countries. My goodness, what I found in India, the cattle are as big as elephants. They milk them. They use their flesh to make beef. They use their skin to make handbags, hides and skin. So, and they milk them and sell. So when you are ranching in a place, you feed the cattle by yourself. You are not moving around. Like if you go to America, England, France, Germany, you will not see any cattle on the street. You cannot go to their farm and you will see cattle. Some people who have their cattle in the farm, no plants there except the grass that they are eating. And this is how Denmark, that produces milk, that's how they do it. So this cattle grazing is not what they are looking for. They are looking for a way to come there and be buying our people. I don't know, NG, if you saw what happened in Lock Panther, where they are selling cattle. They found 80 headless of their people that they killed, not my people, because the thing is painful to admit. That's why Governor Otis drove them away from there. And before you know it, they will tell you they want their emir, they want to build their mosque, they want to do this, and they want to settle. They will start marrying your children by force, like Hope Uzodinma did in Imo. You must, if a Fulani wants to marry you, you must marry the person, whether you like it or not. Forceful marriages. That's what they do. So they're using these cattle. They are doing everything. Even they are using Dangote's trucks to buy our people. The truck can enter inside the market and buy as many people as the truck can. And you know how long those trucks of Dangote is. That is their aim. Yes, my sister Diane, Biafrans, please phone your people back home to follow instruction, sit at home 29th to 31st. Biafra first, Biafra lives matter. Exactly. What you don't know is bigger than you. Thank you so much. That was, if you go back to the video, that was the first thing I talk about, our referendum and voting, and I mentioned those 3 days. But thank you once again for reminding us. My brother Iko Tuonye said, exactly, PM has been saying this economic jihad. Yes, Iko Tuonye also said they want to make it as a Lauren. That's what they want. And then G replied, yes, they were planted there by Ekpa. No, it was Ojuzo Kanu who gave them there. You know that Ojuzo, after Ojuzo, was the other man before Ekpa and now Oti. Yes, Ojuzo was the one who gave them Lok Panther. Yes, they were planted there by Ekpa in order to secure his head. Corruption probe. Yes, but Oti won. My dear sister. Oh, I don't know. The problem, this is Fulani for you. They will set many hurdles for you while they are busy dealing with you. If you see the one called Udele, I showed his video here with the Fulani, and they were all partying at him during COVID. They were all wearing masks. And he was saying them, oh, Rankadede, sir. Well done, sir. And he came. If you see him in a video I saw today, only that I don't see him that important. He looks like vulture. Ijele looks like vulture. That's the one that said that Onyendu must die in the prison. They were bringing him out today to go to prison. He looks like vulture. Yes, my people, hit the like button, share and subscribe to Betty Ford TV if you haven't, and follow me on Facebook, Betty Ford Second. Please, my people, let us continue to listen to Biafra Unite.
Earlier the better. Anybody that knows Peter Mba should tell him. If you have his account, his X handle, tag him to this message. Because we are not going to take any legal action against you and your cohorts. Peter Mba, we are not going to protest. We are not protesting. Now, as if this was not enough, because this thing happened a couple of days ago. Today, I've gotten a report, which is the video that I played a couple of minutes ago, that Peter Mba, the same Peter Mba, has ordered the demolition of a market in Nsukka, where our mothers, especially aged mothers, are trading to make their ends meet. We are not going to condone that. We will not condone that. And I am very, very certain in no distant time, the Prime Minister is going to make a statement over this very latest development in the old Enugu state. Now, we move from that segment to another segment. Just pay attention. The zone Abagalagala, one man that lives in Germany used to say, "Anina Abagalagala." But to give as well, the zoo na Abagalagala. Now, moving to the next segment, I want to bring something to the screen.
My people, we are
mad people everywhere.
We are very unfortunate
Mad people
with the
everywhere.
governors
You see,
ruling our trapped
there's an article.
Igbo people and the other Biafrans. All these governors are very hopeless. They are not man enough to protect the interests of our own people. How can you send the military to go and burn people's houses and you want to bulldoze it to give the Fulanis? Where will your people that you are burning their houses be? Homeless in their indigenous home? I don't know. We are so unfortunate to have these men as our governors. Let me show you people the latest video and the report. You know, it's unfortunate. Our people in homeland, they are really, really in trouble with these governors. Watch it.
Government, Nigerian military, the Fulani herdsmen are busy chasing the citizens of the land away from their farmland, and the Nigerian military are in their homes, destroying their homes, destroying their properties. As they are running away from the Fulanis, they should not go into the house. This is what they are doing in Ozo 1. Instead of them to go after those terrorists in the bush, killing and of the Ozo 1 citizen, they are busy destroying the lives, destroying the homes of those that are being chased away from the farm. This is what happened yesterday night in Enugu State, Ozo 1, precisely. This same Ozo 1 is a place where the governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Amba, gave land to the Fulani terrorist herdsmen. He gave them land for them to stay there and then not to be terrorizing the country or the citizens of the Ozo 1.
Yes, Diane said they are using them to fight the jihad war and Fulanization of Nigeria. Every southern politician are just the stooges for them because they are money mongers. Yes, that's why they don't want Biafra to come, because they know that Biafra is going to be ruled by these young and intelligent people that will not give them that chance for corrupt system to keep going on. That's why they don't want Biafra to come. Fulanis are very corrupt people, very uneducated, very shameless. They have no conscience. They have no human feelings. Yes. And then G said, all of these burning houses and demolish ions are to please Fulani. How can this be? Peter Amba is aware of their operations. He is not. If he is, would he then venture burn people's homes? Eh? He will not do that in the first place. And my sister Stella said, when our PM Simon Ekpa started newly, Malami Garuba told the zoo that Simon Ekpa is more dangerous than Mazi Nnamdi. Of course, Obasanjo was the first person who said that before these ones followed suit. The zoo could not understand. He told all of them he will be their end, and he is doing it. That's why we are following him. Ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na onye kpu igwu ka ewu na-eso. That's why we are following him. Ọ ya nwa kpu igwu now. Anyị niile wee na-eso ya, and anyị ga-esogide until Biafra bịa. Then my brother Freeman said, now, where did he want these villagers to go? Ask me or my brother. Jụbakwa nwanne m, amarọkwa m, ịchọrọ inye onye Fulani ebe ọ ga-anọ, iwe na-achụzi ndị bụ unu ka faje na IDP camp. Like I said earlier, if you go to Lagos, those people that are selling at Alaba, they samfield the land. They samfield that land. And they went to bushes to clear the bushes to build their houses. Why don't Mba show them even those bushes in Enugu? Why is he burning people's houses? At least let them go and clear the land. Our people, fair enough, live in the north, but they don't demolish anybody's house to live.
And how did he think that that is a solution to the problem going on there? This is what he does after giving the land.
People's homes.
Because the people of Ozo wanted to voted against the land, and he sent military to destroy their homes.
Look at it.
This is to tell that the governor of Enugu state is not representing the Enugu people, rather he's representing the Fulanis.
Yes.
For the Nigerian terrorist army to invade the peaceful homes of the Ozo One people and destroy it like this, burn it down like this, is to show you that they are not here to defend the lives and the properties of the Enugu people. And I'm calling on every good people of the world to come and see.
Yes, my people, this is very despicable, unbelievable. Yes, Freeman, he said, why not give IDP camp to Fulani, but we don't have any? Well, if Fulani, they don't have to use the governors. But unfortunately for Nigerians, they were just sleeping, and Fulani dominated everywhere all these years. When I saw it on the internet, on Twitter handle, that the Fulanis, the Hausas have given them quick notice, I said that they came late. That was too late. My people, we have been here now going to 2 hours. Let us just listen to our brother, the conclusion of his video.
There's an article that was published yesterday. I read it, but I don't report zoo politics. I don't report zoo politics because I don't care. Even though it concerns the so-called Southeast, I don't care. Because of what? I do not report. I don't care about zoo politics. But if it's something that has to do with Biafra, then I will be involved. Now, yesterday I saw a publication where this young man that was Fulani elevated to the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Zoological Republic, called Somebody Carlo. What's his full name? Can somebody remind me in the comment section, please? Somebody Carlo, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in Abuja. Can somebody remind me? Somebody Carlo, his full name.
From Oma here.
What's his full name? His surname is Carlo. Benjamin Carlo. Benjamin Carlo was lamenting that the diversity of Nigeria is not for division, it's for the strength. And I look at the idiot. I looked at the Okoko. I looked at the idiot talking rubbish. Who asked you? Who asked you about the diversity of the zoo? Who is questioning you? Nobody asked you. It just came to the media. The diversity of Nigeria is not for division, it's for the progress.
And the guy is from the same
bill to establish Southeast.
This very Benjamin Carlo is from Afaruku, the same village as Onyendu. They gave him the position, he jumped to it. Now he's defending them. Have any one of you ever heard? Have you ever heard that the man is talking about Onyendu's release? No, he's not. They are all afraid of Fulani because they know that Fulani is point and kill. We are like this fish they put inside water. The one you go point them, then go buy the fish for you. That's why they are all scared. This is why we have to continue following our PM. He's not afraid of anybody. Let me show you what Remigius, how he described our PM. He described our PM the way I liked it, though it was a very short video. Very, very short. But, you know, he described our PM the way I liked. You know?
Good morning, everybody. Because Lanya na Zumeba. Onye njimaka ya wee bịa bụ nwoke anụ ọnụ na ahụ m n'azụ. Onye nke a na-akpọ Maazị Simon Ekpa. Before now, o nwere prophecy enyere m about this man. This man was a great lion in the spirit. I released the prophecy. This man can never ever be subdued no matter the propaganda and lies everyone carries. In the realm of the spirit, he is a lion, pure lion. And when I was releasing the prophecy, I warned people that they must cease propaganda him. No matter the propaganda, it will prepare him to a greater height. And right now, that my prophecy is 100% fulfilled. What are you going to do to stop this man? Call for referendum. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to do a great thing to stop this particular man that you are seeing. And the calling for referendum also is going to do a great thing to stop this particular man. If you do not call for referendum, believe you me, Nigeria is going to be pure worse than.
Yes, this is it. That is who our dragon is. He is the dragon that breathes fire. He is the lion that devours. That's our PM.
Development Commission to be sent to Mr. Tinubu for assent. Sahara reporters. Bill to establish Southeast Development Commission. And the person who has been pushing this is that same Mr. Benjamin Carlo. Southeast Development Commission. That's why they brought the founder of Boko Haram, Kashim Shettima, to Abia State, old Abia State, the other day. The person who is pushing this Southeast, this useless so-called Southeast Development Commission is Benjamin Kalu. Thinking that there's another video I watched. The Kenneth Okonkwo of 18 was saying if Peter Obi had won the presidency or the Nigerian president, that Biafra agitation would have been a thing of the past. I look at him. I wonder how these people think. I wonder how they reason. They reason from their anus. They don't think with their brain. And to make the matter worse, they claim to be educated.
Illiterates.
These are people who are supposedly educated individuals in the zoo, yet they reason with their anus. They don't reason, they don't think with their brain. So you want to tell me that Biafrans who have been sent to Kabiama by these terrorists in military uniform have all died because of presidency of the Zoological Republic? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That is to show you how deluded they are. Now, something else to tell you. I want to tell them that whatever bill you send to Tinubu for assent, it does not change anything.
Not at all.
The earlier they start to understand that we are not fighting for freedom because of marginalization of the so-called Southeast. That is never the reason why we are fighting for freedom. I have analyzed this sometime in the past. We are fighting for freedom because we want to live. We want to live. It's not about the mineral resources. It's not about the solid resources. It's not about
Yes, this thing he's saying, my people, there was a time, when we were all listening to Onyendu. Onyendu even said that time is coming when we are going to be giving oil to all these countries, but let us get Biafra first. So they are the ones, you can imagine, since before the war, the Biafrans have not been involved in the management of this oil. Till tomorrow, a Biafran has never been involved. Even the one they gave to Atoeze is the only person from Southeast that has oil well. That's why Atoeze is always advocating for Fulani ranching in Biafra land. And Atoeze was one of those who had meeting with the governors and the Ejiofo to bring our Onyendu back. These are the people, elderly people who do not reason like elders. Now, Onyendu said that, and because we have not been involved in this oil that is in our land, there's oil in Uguta, in Egbema, there is oil in Iguacha, there's oil in Wari, there's oil in Calabar. If they have oil in the north, they don't want to drill it because they say that the one in the southeast is drying up. But I don't know whether it has dried or not. Maybe one day God will get angry. But we have been surviving with that oil. That is one thing they don't know about. So, following what Biafra Unite is saying here, There is no how that we Biafrans could tell anybody that we are so dependent on the produce or the dividends realized from these oil products, whether gas or crude. We do not know their color. Even daughter of Buhari that came back from United Kingdom from studies, she is working there, and they say she has 2-point-something billion in her account. Her mother has, her late father Buhari has, Buratai, the former military commander, has 3-point-something billion. All of them. Malami, you all know when Malami sold crude oil to the Chinese people and the gas for 28 billion and ran our oil. But we have been surviving with it. So it's not because of oil or anything that we are fighting. We want our freedom.
What do you call it?
We are
Source
people
control.
that love freedom. We love liberty. We love life. We grew it. That's our orientation. Nobody can take it away from us. But that's what they want to snatch away from us using the politicians, the willing and the condescending and conniving governors, politicians. Abaribe that I used to respect for Shoti Nonyendu in year 2017, Abaribe has changed. Iwanyangu, all of them, they have all changed. Everybody is dancing to the tune of the Fulanis. But my people, with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, these people, their agenda has, it is very dead on arrival. It's not only in Biafra land that they are buying people. They are buying everywhere. So they are bad species of human beings. We fall in parallel line with them. We can never meet. Make no mistakes with the steps and all the procedures that our PM and the 47 cabinet ministers are following now. We are good to go. My people, let no one be weak in mind or be scared. We are going home. Yes, Angie said there's oil in Atani, Anambra State. Exactly. But that one has not been, it has not been processed. There is. Even in Enugu, there's a place in Enugu that gas was burning for days until they brought people that put off the light. He said there's oil in Atani, Anambra State, which Chinese people started steal with Obiano's consent until journalists exposed them. My sister, I don't know what is wrong with these Southeast governors. I don't know. I really don't know what is in those people are so deluded. Too delusional for my liking. They behave like mental patients. I'm telling you, their brain needs to be examined or to be diagnosed. I don't know what is wrong with them. Even that Obiano, when he was leaving, did they not grab him at the airport? They always disgrace them. So no matter how you work for the Fulanis as a Southerner, you still remain their enemy. Let me play this video for you people to show you that these Hausa people, they know what they are doing. This guy is talking about the detention of Onyendu. But when Buhari was there, you can never hear any one of them condemn what Buhari was doing. Though I'm not interested in their politics. That's their business. That's their business. Look at him.
Whether you like it or not, if you go to Kenya and kidnap somebody, you are not supposed to bring the person to a court. You can take him, maybe lock him illegally or something, but involving the Nigerian judicial system for a wrongful detention is what we will not support, whether you like it or not. That was done under the presidency of Muhammadu Buhari. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are making an appeal. If you look at the southeast region of the country, there is no security balance there. People are living in fear, sit at home every month, whether you like it or not. The economy is crumbling. It's affecting the economy of the southeast.
Yes, all that they are clamoring for about release of Onyendu is because of the sit at home. They are interested in the economy, not interested in the people's benefit. No, not for the benefit of the people, but for the economy, according to him. They are always talking about the economy. This is the Fulani man for you. Another one came the other time blaming Tinubu again. He said that since Tinubu came to power, that Nigeria was never the same. But when Buhari was committing all his atrocities with Malami, Pantami, Gumi, and all that, Nigeria was okay. So any Southerner playing in the hands of these Fulanis, you are deceiving yourself. You are. My sister said, NG, she said, Fulani and the North has been drinking Biafran oil since its discovery, yet they remain the poorest of the poor. Lazy people. Let me tell you the truth. The reason why they don't want us to go is because of the economy. Because they know that we are the hardworking ones. They are very lazy. Do you know what Bakwomi means? Bakwomi. In Narwana, it does not concern me. Bakwomi, when you finish everything you have, you eat everything you have, God will bring another one. They don't care. These people, he's talking about economy, not about his fellow man that has been incarcerated for going to 3 years now, next month, because he was asking for his people's independence and liberty. That's all. But look at Gumi, who is now parading, asking for 40 trillions to be paid to terrorists. And I'm sure that money has been paid with our oil money. Oil that, do you think that if this oil is deposited in the north, that they will allow any, in fact, they would have created a division so that if you are coming, you will be applying for visa to go to the north. The oil is in our land and we are going through this. Then you can imagine what we would have been going through if this oil has been in the north. Look, currently, an Igbo guy who has landmark in Lagos, I don't know his name, but his business is landmark. And Dangote has his refinery in Lagos. Then they used an Igbo man in the person of Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works, to go and close that guy's business in Lagos. And they are building a road from there, they said, to Calabar, from Lagos to Calabar. But nothing happened to Dangote's refinery. What is wrong with we Southerners? Our sabotage is not going to help us, but to destroy us further. My people, I think we are here now, 2 hours plus. I will leave you and see you tomorrow. If I hear anything or see any little information, I will always bring it here. As I said from the beginning of this video, most of my colleagues, the media team, they do video and post. I'm very happy streaming live because it gives me the ample opportunity to be with all of you, interact with you, and get what you feel like. we air our mind. Ndị Igbo si na anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ọgbọ ụfụfụ. I feel very at home interacting with you people. So that's why I always stream and I spend this number of hours because I don't do video. I do know how to make the video and post, but how do I feel not talking to my fellow Biafrans to air their mind, to allow them also to give off, because this is too, I don't know, it suffocates when you don't air out your mind, say your mind, speak to someone, talk to someone, and you feel you are with your people. So we have to keep it here. Most of the time, the home people I send these videos say they don't have the data to watch all the 2 hours video, and we really have to consider them. I'll see you people tomorrow. I thank you so much. Freeman Iko Tuonye, you are a wonderful man. NG, thank you. Like and share. Yes, thank you so much. There's a lot to learn from all the videos and all the interactions. What you people are saying all makes sense, and I love you all. We must continue to fight for Biafra or we perish. That's our national anthem. So my people, take care of yourselves and your family. Those from hometown, homeland, mind how you go and be very careful. Ukoko dem si na onye ndị logba gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ndị Biafra, ụna alarụkwanụla. All hail Biafra, peace, progress, unity and equity. And I say freedom and liberty for my people. Bye from here and have a very wonderful evening. God bless you all.